Welcome to the Game Lounge. Welcome to the Game Lounge.
Oh, it's Sunday. Getting into some rogue trader. Feeling a bit under the weather. The joys of having kids. One gets sick, the other gets sick, and then one of us gets sick, and then everybody gets sick. Yay. Alright. We are inciting a rebellion. Trying to do what we can here. Guess I gotta quickly level up. Oh my gosh. Go with that. Why not? Okay, I guess I'm just playing as Kibellah. I don't know why you're here, but I hope it's not to take me away. Okay. All the good stuff. That face. Wow. That hair. It's not the haircut I thought she had from the picture, but I guess, you know. Where is all the goods? Become a shadow and heed voice of the crown? Heed the voice of the crown. If you don't put on a scarf, you become someone's enemy. The same goes if you do. The lay people have huddled together like a herd being chased by predators. Faded gazes, bent backs, the crimson kisses of batons on their bodies, and yet shadows of smiles touch their dirty, burnt lips as a strange pair, like a hammer and anvil, send sparks into the air with their words. Ooh. I'll come back later.
Follow my steps.
Okay. Look around, look around, look around. Am I missing anything? Turn the servitor. What does that do?
No sleep, no rest. Only duty, only death.
I don't know what happened there, then.
Another step, another thread.
Those will be good, handy.
My visions showed this path, and many others.
An old burn spread across her body in a scarlet blotch, a look of contempt, a heavy baton covered in blood and symbolizing boundless power. Like a fierce leather whip, she lashes with both her hand and her gaze. What are you looking at, you beggars? You finish your shift, you go to your barracks. Start your shift, you check in with the foreman and get to work before Matilda comes to pat you on the back. And Matilda, I presume, is that wonderful, not at all intimidating baton on your belt. I guess our disguise is working, but I would rather not spend the next few watches in the medbay because of a misunderstanding. His breathing is quickened. Flaming voices always make jests when he is nervous or irritated. Do enforcers infuriate him? Infernus, Master? Master at Arms? Apologies for not recognizing you, ma'am. Gaudierda, we are conducting an inquest. Answer the spinner's questions. I hope your report will be useful. What can the scars reveal? Day after day, she watches the serfs labor away, exhausting their last vestiges of strength. And there is no compassion in her eyes. They are simply a resource she is commanded to use and then discard. She hates them because she blames them for her pain, her wounds. Nothing is unimportant. A group of workers wearing red scarves were seen in the compartment just after the attack on the shrine. The foreman stated that they were at work on the freight line. No gunpowder on their clothes, no fresh wounds. Too many of them have started wearing red masks, and it muddles the trail. But we also found some red scarves and bloody rags in one of the shredders only shortly afterward. We sealed off the exits and reduced the air supply to the maintenance tunnels to the absolute minimum. Now you can't stay in there longer than a few minutes without passing out. There's no way the bastards could have left the plasma chambers. They are definitely in here somewhere. Like snakes, the servants of Nemesite have shed their skin. The red scarf is just a distraction. The workers hide their eyes, but I can hear the murmurs echoing through the bay. There is an impotent rage in their hearts directed at Whip, for she is the embodiment of the very order they despise. But why do they not realize that the enforcer is a shield as much as lash? Some of the people I escorted to the other side looked at me the same way. In the past, I did not understand, but now, do the lay people see spinners performing their duty to the Undying One? Or enforcers performing theirs to the Domin as monsters? Yeah, probably. Do I sense the touch of his will? The Undying Emperor wishes to bestow a revelation upon me in his trying hour. Let his tarot show me the way. I breathe an essence made from the ashes of blood of the faithful. Oh! It enlightens the mind, granting it grace of reading his signs. Oh, jeez. I hope this was, natural cause death. A wave of epiphany sweeps my thoughts away, pulling me into a blessed trance. My fingers move of their own accord over the sacred deck and draw a card. It is the martyr. I see a tear of blood wash over the pale features of the image, and they shift, becoming Whip's face. A portent from him, the Undying One, blesses me to take Whip. The minions of Nemesite fear her. When her soul is delivered to the Undying One, the traitors may feel invulnerable. They will crawl out of their holes and fall into my web. Uh-oh. Oh, what? Oh, great. Now we're gonna have to kill her. Yay. I cannot sever Whip's thread with a blade, for the serfs would recognize me as one of the spinners and lose all courage. But the spark of the machine spirits in the plasma drive chambers has already claimed the lives of many. I will use this, and thus the web will be spun.
Death walks with me.
Okay. It would help, if I had a quest that would tell me what I'm supposed to be doing right now. There, a card inverted. That one. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. There it is. Now can I do it? So I have to wait. I've played enough Hitman. I should know that.
The web beckons.
But, jeez. And I guess now we just play the waiting game. Yeah, I can see why people don't really like the spinners, especially when they're just going around killing people for some unbeknownst reason. And I like how the person died so far away from the... Okay. Alright. Okay, now identify the accomplices and plan to remember. Okay.
My visions showed this path, and many others.
That's probably what this one over here is for. Oh, okay. And then the lever smacked you right in the kisser. Ha! Give or take a tooth, this is nothing. Bruises, burns, cuts, that's just life. Just remind yourselves how you come home after your shift having exchanged your ration card for a bowl of soup. How your little ones gulp that bowl down, how they fall asleep, feeling a little better. I say that's worth a hard day's work, and a punch in the face. He smiles, broad-shouldered, with a rusty beard. He is not afraid to share laughter with others, and so the crimson shades from the beatings never leave his face. His voice is bright and sonorous, and listened to. Not everyone here is as chipper and thick-skinned as you. A bowl of soup is great, he says. What about having to choose which of your 3 kids gets it? Is that great too? Beatings are nothing, he says. Remember when the enforcers broke your arm? Since you couldn't work, your wife had to pull 3 shifts. She collapsed at the lathe and the conductive charge burned out her eyes. None of us deserve that. Tough and unyielding, every word hurts, but she is forgiven for her sincerity. They listen to her pull themselves together to share their common pain. You heard the news? The lieutenant got fried on the wires. A brutal end for a brutal woman. That's called justice. For every broken bone, for every gob of spit in our faces. Good bloody riddance. Yes, just as long as they don't pin her death on any of us. The frightened herd sways, humming with whispers in their eyes. The fires of anxiety flicker. Careless, suggestible people. I will come back later. Okay, so I need to do something else. Oh. It's just a different... That's weird. Ah. Long time no see, Spindle. Tell me, what does silence taste like? Are they using a secret code? Without Fleming voice, he would never even speak to me. Everybody knows silence doesn't taste like anything. If you want to earn rations, you'd better start dealing in words. He speaks casually, but his voice is slimy and slippery. His eyes are as dirty as an oil-stained garment, the impudence in his gaze and words when he turns them to us. He is unclean, and he knows it. He is unrepentant. That's a funny look, Heinrich, and you have a funny-looking company. Are you here to sell or to buy? And before you answer, remember the first rule. Every word has a price. Are we bargaining for information with this lowlife now? It is the duty of every serf to aid the rogue trader and his associates freely and willingly? Oh, it is the duty of every serf to aid the rogue trader and his associates freely and willingly. Hoo boy, here it comes. Who's that with you? An enforcer? And a spinner? Do you want me dead? If anyone sees me talking to you, they'll snap my neck. So off you go. The peddler of words is trembling in fear of his life. I must extract answers from him, but by what means? What is this feeling? So calm. Let me just give you some relaxing juice there. Fine, ask whatever you want, but then leave. My reputation cost me a lot of blood, and I didn't earn it to have it trampled into dust because you people happened to stop by. Where do things stand? We just had an enforcer die. I swear she did it to herself. Stepped right on a wire and riled up the machine spirits. You lot be careful now. There is a bunch of workers in the far corner who now gather between every shift, whispering to each other. They don't invite me. They say I talk too much. Well, if they're scared of my tongue, that means they have something to hide. And of course, everyone's talking about Nemesite. Sure, the foundry and the chapel were big, but he's been helping people all over. A lot of folks are sticking with him now. You can knock my teeth out if I'm lying. I don't got many of those left anyhow. But I'll tell you this, even if someone finds me, they won't rat him out. One glance. You are a liar and a manipulator, peddling other people's secrets and not knowing how to keep your mouth shut. You will become the bait, sowing confusion among the minions of Nemesite who hope to wait the lockdown. They think they have enough time? I will deprive them of that confidence. Set up the snare. There will be a raid soon. What are you... That information is not for his ears. Really? I see. Well, if that's all you wanted, then can I go? Go, Stain, and be my herald. It is difficult to admit, but I do share the Master-at-Arms' indignation. We came here to get information about the traitors, not to reveal our secrets. When they hear of the coming retribution, it will make them nervous. But for them to take the bait, it must be compelling. Yes, I see. I don't think I can go that way. So now we go talk to the crowd. Or go listen to the crowd. of sweltering bodies, filthy and battered by the enforcers. His hearts pump blood faster and faster through bulging veins as two of them send red-hot sparks into the air with their words like a hammer and anvil. Your plan appears to have worked, Spinner. The air itself is charged with something, and it is not the conductive charge. The serfs, they are stirring. Listen to the beating of hearts. The lay people are frightened, angry. They feel the impunity that sprouted like a weed upon Whip's demise. They feel the threat crushing them from the upper decks, both imminent and inevitable. What are those two talking about? I can hear their whispers, insidious and deafening. No longer do they laugh with the others. No longer do they pretend. The Enforcer is dead, and the Punishers from the upper decks will soon follow Nemesite's trail. This is our chance. We need to act. This is it. I can sense that the prey is close. They have little fear of giving themselves away anymore. They need a spark to ignite the flames, something that will convince Nemesite's followers that they are strong and that the Doman's service aren't diminished. Wait for the right moment. They tell us this is how it's meant to be, just because they were born on the upper decks and we down below, in the darkness. Is it really the God Emperor's will that they grow fat on the fruits of our labors, revel in luxury while we die without water or medicine? Hammer's voice rumbles, and the lay people listen, their hands clench into fists. No matter how hard you work, they will wring everything out of you and give you nothing. Who allowed this to happen? The rogue trader? His name be damned. Our Grok's on the throne. A tyrant throwing our bones into the furnace of his protectorate. Uh-oh. Shut your foul mouth, void dog. Flaming voice? No, it is too soon. I understand your anger, but you must temper it. What did you say about the Lord Captain? The one who gives you work, food, and shelter? You insolent deadbeats, I can see why you have gathered here, and I will not let you start another rebellion. Why are you reaching for your Voxcaster? If you do not disperse, I will give the order to vent the plasma chambers. You have 5 seconds. 4. The tyrant's lackey. If you do this, you'll die with us, madman. To protect the Lord Captain and the crew? I see you've never met an infernus before. Their faces are twisted with fear. Will they retreat? Will they flee? Will the hunt be thwarted? No! A small throwing blade flies out of my palm and draws a scarlet line across Anvil's neck. If I had wished it, she would be dead, but she continues to breathe and to bleed, and to scream furiously as she looks for me. The rogue trader's assassins are here! Look, they wanted to kill me! Find the assassins! The spark is lit. Oh boy. The lay people press in from all sides, pushing and shoving. Their faces are ablaze with terror and rage, and a violent energy boils through the massive bodies. This power will be difficult to contain. Frightened people are dangerous people. The hunt was meant to go differently, but such is the Undying One's will. One voice rises above the others, the voice of a burly, bearded technomat. Low is the roar of the furnace. Furnace smells of sweat and sacred unguents. He is not afraid, he merely pretends to be. This man. Beneath the shudder of terror, I hear excitement. Do we deserve to be executed, my brothers and sisters? Have we not labored with the sweat of our brow? Have we not perished from the outbursts of raging machine spirits? Why do they call us rebels? Why are we being punished? Furnace's words make the crowd seethe even more. Take a closer look at Furnace here. Strong, heavy, enormous hands whose blows should be feared. A great belly that has become a symbol of his success. He does not starve, so those who follow him will not starve either. A powerful leader, recognized by the whole pack. Feel the rage. The flames burn high, for there is strong fuel at its heart. These people have amassed many grievances. The enforcers are cruel to them, for they believe that fear eradicates treason. The officers despise them, for their clothes and hands are filthy. The quartermasters rob them and withhold what is owed to them, for their clan is not strong enough to make demands. They are vulnerable. Their hearts are vulnerable. The Undying One commands us to spin a web to catch such hearts before they plunge into the abyss of treason. And so I am spinning the web. But there is something else mixed into their righteous indignation. Something that taunts them, excites them, angers them. It is something foul, hovering in the air. Aberration. I turn my thoughts to him, for it is his people that are standing before me. What would he do, the one whose thread I anoint with my blood? My words frighten them, wound them, because they are just, and that makes their anger swell all the more. Well, I guess, I have been showing you guys trust, and you guys have just been falling behind and just riding and riding. Rot. Ooh. Why are you surprised? Have the officers ever treated us otherwise? A new voice, sandpaper rough, tears through the rumbling of the crowd. Its owner is ragged and filthy, and a feverish gleam clear burns in his eyes. His words inflame the people's minds like rot festering upon a wound. Rot cries out mockingly, "That's because you're afraid of them, but they're not afraid of you. They have the almighty baton. All you have is a source of power that feeds the whole ship. Why should they take you for granted? It serves you right, you cowards." His ugly shriek spills like venom upon his sweating faces as they slowly draw closer and closer. Sense the smell. I take a deep breath and something stupefying, noxious, and luscious disturbs my senses. This is no ordinary odor, but something subtle and foul. It carries the same stench as rot. Skinny and scrawny, Rot leers at me with his gaping mouth. He is a nobody who has nothing. His body has wasted away from disease, and his hands are 5 fingers short. His fate is sealed, and that makes him convincing. Everyone knows he has nothing to gain for himself, and thus no reason to lie. His poverty is his armor. Turn my thoughts to the Doman. I address the one who commands these people and who possesses the authority to execute and pardon. Am I to hear his thoughts? The Doman takes care of all, for such is his burden, but he cannot save everyone. He only cares about his flunkies! The bile spraying from Rot's mouth sizzles in the workers' minds like acid. It is burning them through. Rapier. Ooh. We will not commit the rebellion. We will not allow ourselves to be slaughtered by villains either. The law and the Emperor are on our side. A young woman steps forth, slender and supple like a rapier. If they want to crush us with fear of death, let them kill us. It will only prove our righteousness. The ringing call is a command, pressing itself into their hearts. The foul stench of sacrilege almost knocks me off my feet. Warp test. That tantalizing, elusive scent of rage. It is more than a stench, it is a tool. The weapon of the despicable trio, which they use to influence the minds of the laity, invisibly intoxicating their minds. Trio? If that's referencing the Chaos Gods, there should be 4. The crowd reeks of flowering treason. I delve down to its roots and realize what it is that rejects. His will so. His sacred privilege is being attacked. He alone chooses who may journey to him, but these 3 instigators, these trio, they are determined to make this decision for themselves, dragging the souls of all around into the fires of violence with them. They are impotent upstarts who have put themselves above him and above me, the second spinner of the blood-spun web, his chosen servant. The realization of such audacity burns my very soul. Look her in the eye. She is fragile, but there is strength in her, an authority taken for granted and understood by everyone. She is clearly ready to command, with legions willing to die for such maidens, beautiful and resolute as they are. She carries no banner in her hand, for she herself is the banner. I appeal to Dolman loudly, but the noise around me drowns out my own thoughts and stops me from focusing on his image. Oh boy, everybody's getting angry. Are you so keen? Death will claim you all, but not today, unless you are truly keen to meet its embrace. The crowd does not answer. They do not hear me. The sacred promise of death no longer moves them, for they have fallen under the enemy's spell. They surround me, threatening, pointing fingers, cursing. They dare not strike. Not yet. But already their enormous bulk presses down upon me as the smell of blood in the air grows thicker by the minute. Stand firm. The crowd presses forward, harder and harder. My breath, oh God, my breath is growing short. My bones are crunching. Somebody is screaming in my face. I endure the stench. Oh boy. Yep, this is not going to end well. They hear me no more. They cannot, for the poison of disobedience has utterly filled their minds. My words are drowned out by the bellowing of men looking to kill. I look for those who volunteered to assist me, but they are nowhere to be found. I tried to warn y'all. I can bear it no longer. The blades in my hands sing, the blood streaks across astonished faces. I am done speaking and exhorting. I merely dance on the thread that I have spun. I bestow death and blessed wounds. I catch a glimpse of Rapier's cloven face and Furnace's open belly. Rot's severed hand falls at my feet, and its owner flees howling. I dance and breathe so freely. It did not go the way I had planned. The smell of blood lingers in the air like the stench of impending defeat. 2 bodies are sprawled before me. I have severed their threads. The third blasphemer has managed to escape, but his disembodied hand also lies on the floor. Useless meat. Thoughts of Dome and Obre crowd my mind. Irrelevant and harmful though they are in this sacred moment, I do not immediately realize how foreign they are to the here and now. Why am I thinking about him? Awareness. Awareness test, yay. Very little, the faint traces of the vile mutations that twisted their bodies. That foul stench of corruption emanating from their meat, the deformed, strangely colored brains in their crushed skulls that spawned the heresy of sedition. Are they still alive? Their threads have not been cut yet. I realize with astonishment that they are standing close to me. Flaming Voice is furiously reproaching all those who had only recently joined the revolt, while Steel Mistress booms like a siren, shaking her maul and threatening punishment. They are useless to the hunt now. What will the appearance of the survivors tell me? They huddle in the corners, ashamed of their own subservience. They tried to convince themselves that the blood they so foolishly spilt would absolve them, but they know it is not enough. Time for the next step. A thrill runs through the strands of my consciousness. Is this Dome and Obre? Can I truly feel him again, or am I imagining it? I need to concentrate. I gaze at the puddles of blood and the patterns they form. I see a labyrinth. The Undying One has given me a sign. My hand finds the sealed case in which his tarot cards reside. It is time for a divination in the blood of the dead. It will reveal to me the name of their unholy master. Thoughts of Dome and Obre creep up from the shadows and leap at my focused mind like a predator. They claw at it, robbing me of my concentration. Why? I must not think about him. I must not wish for him to be near me right now. I like how you can do the relationship part from her side. That's different. Do not resist. The image of Dome and Obre comes into view, and I gaze upon it for an inexcusable length of time. I did not know that the bond between us would be so strong. The Vizier did not warn me how important and precious it might become. I give in to my weakness, and the confusion in my mind lessens. A stream of blood gushes across the floor, and his tarot cards lie on the carmine splatter. Everyone is silent and stares at me. I am reading the omen. Beginning. The Hound. I gaze at the card and its depiction of the Astra Militarum armored vehicle that bears that formidable name. The pursuit of truth, sacrifice, and victory. This is me, and I am on the right track. The Heart. The Harlequin, inverted. Lies, manipulation, a shadow play blocking my path. But it is a lie exposed, a deception that must be revealed. We must stay at the end. The Preacher, a man who carries an idea and proclaims it. But who is it? Nemesite? One of his supporters? Someone already slain or someone still alive? The divination is unclear, and so I draw forth a card. It is dangerous to ask more of the Undying One, but I must know. The Aquila. His holy image watches me from within the card, and my heart grows frigid with the knowledge of what it represents. The Undying One has manifested his omen in the traitor's blood. The hunt that has begun will be completed by the unveiling of a great deception. Our enemy is elusive because he has a powerful ally, one who he espouses faith in the Emperor on this vessel. The ship's confessor is in league with Nemesite. He will be the next prey. I should be thinking about the hunt, and yet my thoughts now lie only with the moment when I will stand before Dome and Obre once more and tell him what I have seen. Will he be proud of me? Will he be pleased? This is wrong. Oh, what did I do? I've ruined her. Now it's just me. Find loot. Where am I supposed to interrogate the confessor? I probably need to go to the altar. The ship's altar. Although I don't understand why that would start me in my room rather than just the bridge. Shrine.